The neon signs of Sector 7's most notorious cantina flickered in the perpetual twilight. Of the station's lower decks, Wendy pushed through the crowded establishment, her optical disguise projecting the appearance of a Valorian trader, blue skin, for arms. The Works. Beneath the holographic veneer, her human features remained hidden, a necessity in a galaxy where her species was considered little more than primitive curiosities. She spotted Jack immediately at the bar, nursing something that glowed an unsettling purple. His own disguise showed him as a Krillian merchant, complete with chitinous plating and mandibles. Only the slight nod he gave her confirmed his identity. "You're late," he murmured as she slid onto the stool beside him. "Traffic," Wendy replied, scanning the room. "Found our target." Jack's eyes, still human brown beneath the holographic overlay, flicked toward a private booth. In the corner, Zelther the Undying, arms dealer, slaver, and all-around piece of work. He's the one who's been selling human coordinates to the consortium. Wendy's jaw tightened. 3 colony worlds, thousands of humans enslaved or killed because someone was selling their locations. The Galactic Council did nothing. Humans weren't advanced enough to warrant protection. Under interstellar law, a commotion near the kitchen drew their attention. A draconian waitress, one of the rare dragon-descended species, stumbled out, carrying a tray laden with drinks. Her scales were a dull copper, marked with scars that spoke of a hard life. She couldn't have been more than a juvenile by draconian standards. She approached a table where 3 Gorlaxian enforcers sat, their bulk making the furniture groan. As she set down their drinks, one of them grabbed her tail and yanked hard. The tray clattered to the floor. "Clumsy lizard," the Gorlaxian sneered, his voice like grinding stone. "You spilled on my coat." I'm sorry, sir," the waitress stammered, her voice trembling. "Please, it was an accident. I'll clean it. You'll pay for this." The enforcer stood, towering over her. His fist came down hard on her shoulder, and Wendy heard something crack even from across the room. The waitress crumpled with a cry of pain. The cantina fell silent for a moment. Then conversation resumed. No one moved to help. This was Sector 7. Violence was currency, and interfering meant making enemies. "Jack," Wendy said quietly, "I know, but we're here for Zelther. We blow our cover now. Please," the waitress whimpered from the floor, clutching her injured wing. "Please don't kick me. I'm hurt." The Gorlaxian drew back his leg. Wendy moved. Her disguise flickered and failed as she crossed the distance in 3 heartbeats human speed. Human reflexes, honed by a gravity well that made her bones dense and her muscles powerful. She caught the Gorlaxian's leg mid-kick, and the shock that registered on his face was almost comical. "She said she's hurt," Wendy said, her human voice cutting through the silence. Then she kicked him. The physics were simple, really. Humans evolved on a death world where everything was trying to kill them. Their bones were reinforced with dense calcium deposits. Their muscles were bundles of efficient, explosive fibers. Their pain tolerance was legendary. The Gorlaxian flew backward, crashed through to tables, and didn't get up. The cantina erupted. His companions lunged at Wendy, but Jack was already there, his own disguise abandoned. He caught one with an uppercut that lifted the alien off his feet. Wendy spun, driving her elbow into the 3rd enforcer's solar plexusor, where she assumed it would be, and felt something give. "Really?" Jack said, back to back with her as the cantina's patrons began to circle. "We were supposed to be subtle." "Subtle doesn't suit me," Wendy replied, helping the draconian waitress to her feet with one hand while keeping her guard up with the other. The waitress stared at her with golden eyes wide with shock. You're human. But the report said your kind were weak, fragile." Wendy smiled grimly. "Reports tend to be wrong." A Valorian bouncer charged them, and Jack sidestepped, using the alien's momentum to send him crashing into the bar. The room had descended into chaos now, some aliens fleeing, others seeing an opportunity to attack the supposedly weak. Humans, they were in for a surprise. Humans didn't just survive on a world with predators and poisons and atmospheric pressure that would crush most species. They thrived on it. Every human was, by galactic standards, a living weapon wrapped in soft skin. Wendy caught a chair thrown at her head, spun it, and used it to vault over 3 attacking Krillians. She landed beside Zelther's booth, where the arms dealer was trying to slip out the back. "Goin' somewhere?" she asked. Zalthar drew a plasma pistol. Wendy was faster. She grabbed his wrist, twisted, and the weapon clattered away. With her other hand, she pulled out a data chip and pressed it against his neural implant port. "That's uploading to the Galactic Council right now," she said. "Every transaction, every human colony you sold, every credit you made from our suffering. They'll never prosecute me," Zalthar hissed. "Humans aren't protected." "No," Wendy agreed. "But we're really good at holding grudges. And you just became very easy to find." She released him, and he fled into the station's corridors. Jack finished disabling the last of the attackers with a precise strike to a nerve cluster, and made his way to Wendy. The draconian waitress limped behind him, her injured wing cradled against her side. "We should go," Jack said. "Station security will be here soon." "Wait," the waitress said. "Why did you help me? You could have completed your mission. You risked everything for a stranger." Wendy looked at her, then at the cantina full of aliens who'd watched in silence as the girl was beaten. She thought of all the times humans had been dismissed, enslaved, considered expendable. "Because someone has to give a damn," she said simply. "If not us, then who?" They made for the exit, the waitress following despite her injuries. Behind them, the cantina slowly came back to life, its patrons whispering about the humans who fought like demons and disappeared like ghosts outside. In the maze of Sector 7's corridors, the Draconian caught Wendy's arm. "My name is Syrax," she said, "and I'll remember what you did. When the galaxy finally acknowledges your kind, when they ask why humans deserve a place among the stars, I'll tell them. I'll tell them you didn't just fight for yourselves. You fought for anyone who needed it." Wendy smiled. Then humanity's doing something right. They vanished into the station's depths, to humans against a galaxy that underestimated them, leaving behind a simple truth. Humanity didn't just survive. They cared. And that made them dangerous in ways the galaxy was only beginning to understand.